Archangel Michael says, the air around you has begun to shift, and a quiet storm is gathering in a place no one can see. Attention moves through unseen spaces, stirring shadows that once felt harmless, shaking the ground beneath someone who thought their hidden behavior would never be revealed. Tonight marks the beginning of an unraveling that was never meant to stay buried, a turning of fate that will bring every concealed action into the open in the most unexpected way imaginable. The silence around their actions is cracking slowly, spreading like thin fractures in glass, moving wider every moment you grow stronger. For so long, they believed that their mask was flawless, that their secrets were protected, that their moves were invisible behind the scenes. But something powerful has shifted, and now their time of hiding is collapsing under the weight of truth approaching like steady footsteps in the dark. They never expected this moment to rise the way it is rising now, slow but unstoppable, quiet but absolute. They never imagined that whatever they tried to distort, twist, or hide would circle back in such a precise, undeniable way. And as this moment approaches, the very energy surrounding them trembles because revelations are aligning, preparing to remove every cover they ever placed over their real intentions. Archangel Michael says, the truth has its own timing, and that timing is no longer waiting for anyone. The light that has been following you is now turning sharply toward the one who moved in the shadows, preparing to expose what was done behind closed doors, behind screens, behind the image they tried so hard to maintain. And nothing can stop this unveiling, not lies, not manipulation, not excuses, not fear. Amen. 333. The quiet storm continues to build as pieces of their actions begin falling out of the places they carefully hid them. The energy around them is collapsing into a truth they never anticipated being revealed, especially not in this way. They once felt protected by distance, timing, and secrecy, but those shields are fading fast as truth threads itself into every corner they tried to escape through. There is a weight pressing on their conscience, because deep down they always knew that their behavior carried consequences that couldn't be avoided forever. They didn't expect those consequences to show up now, and certainly not with the intensity forming around them. Something about this moment feels different, heavier, sharper, more precise, as if fate has decided that enough is enough, and everything they kept hidden must now rise to the surface. They may try to pretend everything is normal, but the energy around them betrays their calm exterior. Little signs are forming around them, signs they can't hide from anymore, signs showing that time has run out for the games they played quietly. They thought they were clever, that their steps left no trace, but the universe has a way of revealing truth in ways no one expects. Archangel Michael says, what was done in silence will not stay silent for long. The same walls that once protected them are now echoing their truth louder and louder until it is impossible for them to deny what they did. And as this revelation rises, your strength becomes the very spotlight that illuminates everything they tried to keep concealed. The message continues with deepening intensity, because the truth unfolding now has been building for far longer than you realize. Someone tried to play a role in your life in a way that was never genuine, never pure, never aligned with sincerity. They tried to gain something from you without giving honesty in return, believing their actions would slip by unnoticed, and believing you would remain unaware forever. But they underestimated you, your intuition, your spiritual protection, and the forces aligned around your path. They underestimated the light guiding you, the clarity surrounding you, the divinely timed exposures that always arrive at the perfect moment. And this moment is that moment. The one that turns everything. The one that pulls their hidden actions into the open. The one that shows you what you were meant to see all along. Archangel Michael says, the unexpected revelation coming is not designed to hurt you, it's designed to free you. To unbind you from illusions. To detach you from false energy. To protect your spirit from anyone who tried to mislead you through deception or manipulation. This moment is a divine shield, not a punishment. The truth is surfacing through the most surprising channels, and the universe is weaving everything together in a way that ensures you understand exactly why things happened the way they did. This exposure won't simply show you what they did. It will show you why they did it, how long they've been doing it, and what they attempted to gain. Every hidden piece will align into clarity that leaves no confusion, no doubt, no fog. Someone thought you were easy to trick, easy to fool, easy to mislead. They didn't expect you to be protected. They didn't expect your light to be this powerful. They didn't expect divine forces to stand behind you with such strength. And now, their expectations are collapsing because everything they hid is stepping into the light with no warning. The very moment they thought they had control, the universe began preparing the revelation that would remove every ounce of power they believed they had over your emotions, your perception, or your path. This unveiling is not subtle. It is not quiet. It is not gentle. It is direct, sharp, and unavoidably clear. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has grown stronger, and the truth rising now is a sign of your elevation. The truth moves closer now like footsteps echoing down a long hallway, steady and deliberate. The person who once hid behind manipulation and quiet deceit feels the pressure of their own actions circling back toward them. They never believed the cycle would close, but the universe never leaves unfinished energy lingering without resolution. There is a shadow around them now, not because they are protected by darkness, but because their own choices have dimmed the path they once walked with confidence. They can feel the consequences forming, even if they try to deny it outwardly. Their spirit trembles because whatever they feared would one day be revealed is now preparing to rise to the surface. The unexpected exposure approaching them comes not from anger, but from divine timing pulling down every mask they placed with intention. They once believed you would remain unaware, that you would continue giving them the benefit of the doubt, that your heart would overlook what their behavior tried to hide. But your spirit has evolved beyond the illusions they crafted so carefully. Archangel Michael says, the light around you is forcing truth into existence whether anyone is ready or not. The divine realm is not waiting for permission, not allowing deceit to survive, not letting manipulation remain disguised. Everything they tried to conceal is beginning to vibrate outward, drawing attention even from places they never expected. Amen. 444. The pressure is building around them in ways they cannot control, because everything they hid is aligning to be seen by more than just you. What they whispered in the dark is echoing into conversations they never planned to be part of. The very people they believed would support their illusion are beginning to sense something is off, something inconsistent, something broken beneath their surface. They walk with tension in their shoulders now, because the universe is tugging at the memories they tried to bury. Every hidden message, every quiet action, every intentional move they made behind your back is becoming harder for them to ignore. Their mind is replaying moments they once dismissed, now realizing those choices hold weight that cannot be undone. The energy encircling them is heavy because exposure arrives not only through actions but through intuition, synchronicities, and unexpected revelations. They may try to behave normally, but the cracks in their composure make their truth more visible than their silence ever could. Nothing they do can stop what is coming. Archangel Michael says, the truth is choosing its moment, and that moment is closing in with powerful precision. The divine timing is not random, it is aligned with your healing, your power, your elevation. The truth is being revealed because you are ready to rise higher than what they tried to obscure. The revelation approaching them is not gentle because their intentions were not gentle. They acted with selfishness, believing that their choices would never return to them with clarity. They never imagined their own behaviors would be mirrored back with such accuracy, showing them exactly what they thought they could escape. The unexpected way this truth emerges will shock them, because they considered themselves untouchable in the shadows they created. They never thought someone would uncover the patterns beneath their actions, the energy beneath their words, or the real motives behind the things they did when they believed no one was watching. Their confidence was built on false ground, and now that ground is breaking. They will try to blame timing, circumstance, misunderstandings, anything except their own intentional behavior. But the universe does not bend for excuses, and destiny does not swallow accountability for the sake of their comfort. Each truth rising now is a truth they created with their own hands. Archangel Michael says, this unveiling is not meant to punish, it is meant to realign. It is meant to remove illusions. It is meant to free your path from anyone who used deception as a tool. The unfolding truth becomes more intense as divine forces gather around your energy, ensuring that not a single hidden action escapes revelation. The way this truth comes out will feel almost cinematic, as if the universe waited for the perfect timing to allow everything to fall into place exactly as it should. People may speak, messages may surface, patterns may break open. Everything aligning to show you what you never saw before. This moment is not meant to hurt you, it is meant to protect you from further harm. It is meant to keep your heart from giving energy where truth does not live. It is meant to stop you from investing in someone who was never honest about their intentions. The exposure coming will not be loud or chaotic, it will be sharp, clear, undeniable. It will be the kind of revelation that cannot be twisted, argued with, or dismissed. It will simply be the truth standing without disguise. Archangel Michael says, your protection is stronger than their deception. What was meant to harm you will instead strengthen you. What was hidden from you will now guide you. The truth is beginning to take form now, shaping itself from fragments of moments that once seemed meaningless. Each piece that falls into place reveals another layer of clarity you were meant to see in this divine timing. The universe is stitching together every sign, every shift, every subtle warning into a picture that cannot be ignored. Someone who once felt untouchable in their secrecy now finds themselves surrounded by the consequences they created. Their energy is restless, their spirit uneasy, because fate has begun knocking on the very door they hoped would never open. They are not prepared for what is about to rise from the shadows they used to hide behind. Their confidence flickers like a candle in a storm, because the truths they buried so deeply are rising faster than they can calm themselves. The walls they built to protect their lies are crumbling, no longer strong enough to conceal what they pretended didn't exist. Everything they once used as a shield is turning into a mirror. Archangel Michael says, divine justice does not need force, it needs alignment. And alignment is exactly what is happening now around their actions, their motives, and their hidden intentions. You will soon see everything clearly, even the things you never thought you would uncover. Amen. 555. Their conscience is louder now, echoing in moments when they try to sleep, try to focus, try to pretend everything is normal. They feel the weight of their choices pressing harder each day, reminding them that the universe keeps perfect track of every intention behind every action. They never thought their own behavior would bring them to this moment, but here it is, unfolding exactly as it must. They may try to fix what is cracking, to hide what is slipping out, to control what is uncontrollable. But truth does not bend for those who created deception, and divine timing does not pause for anyone afraid of exposure. This is the moment their past begins catching up to their present. The unexpected way this exposure arrives will feel like a sudden shift in the air, a moment where everything changes without warning. It may come through words, through a message, through a conversation, through someone speaking what they know, or through a spiritual insight hitting with unmatched clarity. No matter the form, the revelation will be undeniable. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has already sensed that something was off, and that intuition was the first warning. Now the universe is preparing to show you everything in full, leaving no piece hidden, no truth delayed, no lie protected. What is meant to reach you will reach you without hesitation. As the truth aligns, you begin to feel lighter, even before you fully understand why. Your spirit recognizes the clearing energy surrounding you, removing what was never meant to stay. This shift is not accidental, it is intentional, precise, and divinely orchestrated. The person who kept secrets believed that their actions had no ripple effect, that their choices would remain hidden, that their intentions would stay unseen. But every action carries energy, and their energy is now revealing itself in ways they cannot stop. The illusions they created for others are dissolving one by one. Their fear grows in quiet ways, anxious glances, restless movements, sudden tension they cannot hide. They sense truth approaching them like a wave they cannot outrun, a wave created by the very things they tried to keep buried. Their silence is louder now than any words they could speak. Archangel Michael says, what is hidden from you is never hidden from the divine. The protection around you exposes everything that attempts to work against your peace. And this moment brings both clarity and elevation. The revelations will not come all at once. They will unfold piece by piece, each one confirming what your intuition already knew. The universe never brings truth in confusion, it brings it in precision. And what you are about to see is the exact truth you need to move forward with power. Their secrets were never meant to remain secrets forever. The energy behind their actions carried too much weight, too much intention, too much deception for the universe to allow it to stay buried. Now destiny is correcting the imbalance with perfect timing. Where they once stood confidently, they now stand unsure, because their actions have created outcomes they cannot predict. Their fear is not of being caught, it is of being revealed. They tried to hide what they did, but they never prepared for the truth to rise on its own. Archangel Michael says, you are stepping into clarity that will reshape everything you thought you knew. The truth will not hurt you, it will free you. And freedom is the blessing unfolding around you now. The revelation grows stronger as more pieces begin aligning, clearing the fog that once blurred the truth around you. Every shift happening now has been divinely timed so that nothing reaches you before you are spiritually ready to receive it. The universe is guiding this exposure with precision, ensuring that clarity arrives exactly when your heart can handle it. Someone who once played calmly behind the scenes now trembles beneath the weight of their own choices. They underestimated the spiritual protection surrounding you, believing their intentions could slip through unnoticed. But every hidden moment, every quiet action, every secret motive is now being illuminated by a force far greater than anything they anticipated. Their conscience is restless because truth does not sleep when it is ready to reveal itself. They may try to distract themselves, pretend nothing is wrong, or act like their behavior is justified, but the universe has already made its decision. Their actions are being pulled into visibility whether they want them exposed or not. Archangel Michael says, "Justice arrives not in rage but in revelation." And revelation is the very energy sweeping through this moment, clearing illusions, exposing intentions, and breaking apart anything that was built on deception. You are being guided toward the clarity you deserve. Amen. 666. You can feel the shift within your spirit because the energy around you is becoming lighter with every layer of truth that rises. What once felt confusing is becoming clearer, and what once felt hidden is becoming visible through signs, dreams, conversations, and inner knowing. Nothing that was concealed can remain concealed now. Their behavior is becoming noticeable to others too, because no one can hold a mask forever when their intentions are misaligned with truth. The cracks in their image are growing deeper, revealing who they really are beneath the surface they tried to maintain. Their attempts to control how others see them are failing because divine truth cannot be silenced. Each day the pressure increases around them, reminding them that every hidden action carries a cost. They thought they were clever in the dark, but the universe has turned the lights on. Now they must stand in the clarity they tried to avoid. Archangel Michael says, "Your path is being protected in ways you cannot fully see yet." The forces around you are ensuring that you step forward without the weight of their deception clinging to your energy. This truth is not your downfall, it is your breakthrough. The exposure arriving will not only reveal what they did but also reveal the intention behind their actions. You will see patterns they repeated, motives they hid, and choices they believed would never be traced back to them. Everything will align with such precision that you will understand why your intuition felt uneasy around them. They underestimated your spiritual awareness, believing that external actions mattered more than energetic truth. But your intuition saw through them long before your mind had the evidence. Now the universe is confirming what your spirit already sensed. Their secrets begin slipping out through unexpected sources, people speaking up, things being said accidentally, behaviors revealing themselves without effort. Even their own words may betray them because the truth is pushing its way out. Nothing can stay hidden under this level of divine pressure. Archangel Michael says, "The revelation coming is a gift, even if it arrives with intensity. It is shaping your path, protecting your heart, and removing anything that was never written in your destiny. This unveiling is part of your elevation." The energy around the situation is shifting rapidly now, creating a sense of momentum that cannot be stopped. You may notice synchronicities multiplying, confirming that change is unfolding exactly as it is meant to. The divine realm is aligning events so that you receive the truth clearly, calmly, and powerfully. Someone who once acted with false confidence is beginning to feel trapped by the very lies they created. They built walls made of deception, and now those walls are closing in on them. Their actions echo louder than their excuses ever could. They may try to control the narrative, but the universe has already taken control. Their version of the story no longer matters because truth is stronger than manipulation. The more they try to hide, the more visibility their secrets gain. Archangel Michael says, "Prepare yourself, clarity is coming in a way that will shift everything inside you. It will open your eyes, strengthen your spirit, and guide your next steps with certainty. Nothing will remain unclear once this moment arrives. The truth approaches like a slow-burning fire, steady and unstoppable, spreading across everything they once believed they had hidden. Nothing they do now can slow the unraveling, because the universe has already begun pulling every thread of deception loose. Their secrets are no longer protected by silence, they are being illuminated by divine timing. They feel exposed even before the revelation fully arrives, because their spirit knows the moment is coming. Every breath they take feels heavier, every step feels uncertain, every choice feels watched by the consequences they try to outrun. This is the moment when their own actions begin echoing louder than their intentions ever could. The energy around you continues to rise with clarity, power, and strength. You are being guided toward truth, not through chaos, but through divine alignment. The universe wants you to see everything clearly, without confusion, without fear, without illusions blocking your path. Archangel Michael says, "This is not merely an exposure, it is a realignment of your destiny. It is a removal of false connections. It is a cleansing of the energy that was never meant to attach itself to your journey." Amen. 777. Their guilt intensifies with every passing moment, because their mind keeps returning to the choices they made in the dark. They remember every message they hid, every word they twisted, every act they disguised behind a calm face. They once believed they were in control, but now they feel powerless against the truth rising around them. Every attempt to maintain normality reveals more of their discomfort, more of their anxiety, more of their fear of being exposed. They may act distant or overly calm, but beneath the surface their spirit is restless. Their silence betrays them far more than words ever could. The unexpected way this revelation comes will shake them deeply, because it arrives through divine timing they never anticipated. What they tried to separate, the universe connects. What they tried to bury, the universe uncovers. What they tried to break, the universe restores in your favor. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear the truth that is coming, embrace it. It is arriving to protect your heart, your energy, and your future." This is divine intervention at its strongest. The universe is clearing the path ahead of you by removing anything built on dishonesty. What once appeared stable in their life is slowly crumbling, because deception cannot survive in the presence of spiritual truth. They thought they could manipulate outcomes, but destiny does not bend for anyone acting from shadow. Their confidence is fading because they feel the shift happening with or without their permission. Their intuition is warning them that everything they tried to hide is rising in ways they cannot control. Even the people around them sense something is off, something unstable, something unspoken. The mask they once wore so comfortably is beginning to feel heavy and suffocating. Their own actions have placed them in a position they cannot escape from, and their spirit recognizes the consequences before they arrive physically. The universe is showing them what happens when truth is ignored for too long. Archangel Michael says, the revelation is closer than ever now. It will reach you with clarity, strength, and purpose. It will reach them with accountability. The spiritual protection surrounding you grows stronger with every moment the truth gets nearer. You are being guided in ways you may not fully understand yet, but the signs around you confirm that divine forces are at work. Your intuition feels sharper, your emotions feel clearer, and your energy feels lighter. The person who kept secrets never thought that their actions would trigger such a powerful chain reaction. They believed their behavior was unnoticed, but the universe was paying attention the entire time. Now they stand in the center of their own exposure, unable to reverse what is unfolding. Their fear is not of being judged, it is of being seen for who they truly are beneath the performance. They built their identity on pretense, and now authenticity is demanding to take its place. No matter how hard they try to avoid it, the truth is coming. Archangel Michael says, trust the unfolding. Everything being revealed is part of your elevation. Everything falling apart for them is part of divine balance.